Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway on Sunday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They bring Collins in motion right. First play, Stroud's going to pass. It is caught left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finding Collins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw left side, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He's on the move. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Stroud now on third. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. This throw is caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Has it in close. Touchdown, Houston. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And the Texans grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
First down, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure of earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Throw right side, Dell has it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing. This is caught inside the 15. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it sets up a Houston 1st. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Houston touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Returning it from the 4. decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down after just a small game. It's Vikings ball as we return for the 2nd, and they've got to be thinking points here. From the 19. He brings it in. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Matthew Wright for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They bring Collins in motion right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finding Collins. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Koo able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returns looking good so far. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. Motioning him from the slot right. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings with the football. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. On third down, it's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Prater puts it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing from the gun here. It's his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Stroud now on third. Connection made to Dell. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 21-yard gain. And it sets up a Houston first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Working inside the red zone. Flush down now to his left. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Stroud. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Try and get it into Nico Collins. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw, Stroud. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are a two-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. One last play before the break. Handoff now out of the gun. Escapes a defender. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts setting up to throw. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. Hits the 20. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field.
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Here's Stroud now. Dell with the grab. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, Stroud. Completed to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second and 8. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He has the first over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Trying again following the sack. Complete over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, Stroud. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Here's Stroud. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Houston! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jeff Okuda. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The give now out of the shotgun. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Harris on the stop. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That kind of call right there, Kate, shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise. It used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Trying for the deep ball. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off.
The coverage by Christian Harris.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Shotgun now, first round. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So as the clock winds... They've got first down from the 31. He'll throw it yet again. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Man in motion here. Second and 10, Stroud to throw. As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Here's Stroud on first and 10. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Vikings have some new life in the fourth. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
On first down, Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They'll run now on second down. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Even 5 on that play. Now it's going to be third down and 6.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, third down. Hurts to throw. He lofts it deep left. And the defender comes away with it.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Here's first and 10 from the 34. On play action, here's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Stroud throwing here on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Dell with the grab. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on third down, Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. He's going to push one deep. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work.
Touchdown, Houston.
If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Plowing up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Third down, 1 yard to go. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. First down throwing for Hurts. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well.
He's got it deep downfield. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Starts his return for the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be Vikings football. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the pistol, Hurts. Davis makes the play along the sideline. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Hurts setting up to throw. Cut out left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run here on first down.
The ball carries number 22.
Offense to the line for second down. One final shot here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but zero effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. So the Texans come away with the road win.